Chapter 7, Karmic Trafficking, the Flow and Exchange of Human Karma. The concept of karmic trafficking is central to the Isle of Saturn's function as a transformative hub for human karmic energy. Unlike traditional views of karma, which see it as a consequence-based, linear force, karmic trafficking within the Isle treats karma as a fluid and exchangeable resource. Here, karma is gathered, processed, and redistributed with purpose, allowing Thomas to harness, reshape, and reintegrate it into human experience. In the Isle of Saturn, karmic trafficking operates as a closed-loop system in which karmic imprints from human actions, emotions, and intentions are channeled, refined, and circulated back in the broader karmic field. This cycle ensures that karmic energy is both actively managed and ethically balanced, enhancing Thomas's influence while maintaining equilibrium within the Isle. Through karmic trafficking, Thomas doesn't merely observe karma. He actively engages with it, transforming raw human experiences into a resource that supports his spiritual objectives. The Isle of Saturn functions as a conduit through which karma flows, allowing for controlled exchanges of human karmic energy. By guiding these exchanges, Thomas can shape the impact of karma on both individual and collective consciousness, creating a subtle but lasting influence on human actions, beliefs, and subconscious patterns. The Isle serves as a holding space where karmic imprints are neutralized, magnified, or redirected, ensuring they align with his intended influence. This conduit system allows Thomas to traffic karma in ways that move beyond personal karma to affect larger social and cultural currents. Through carefully managed exchanges, the Isle can subtly direct karmic flows, influencing communities and even generations without revealing its underlying purpose. Personalized karmic imprints. Individual karmic imprints are absorbed into the Isle, where they are processed and refined, aligning them with the Isle's purpose before they are reintroduced into the broader karmic network. Collective karma. The Isle also gathers collective karmic imprints, energies tied to cultural beliefs, historical events, or shared traumas. These imprints are carefully managed to ensure they influence societal behaviors in ways that resonate with Thomas's larger goals. Karmic trafficking within the Isle relies on a process of accumulation and redistribution, wherein karmic imprints are gathered, purified, and then reintegrated into the human experience with refined intent. This cycle ensures that the Isle maintains a constant flow of energy, allowing karma to circulate naturally while also benefiting from Thomas's guidance. Karmic accumulation. Imprints are accumulated through various channels, including Circitus, the Veil Gate, and the Obscura Path. This accumulation allows the Isle to draw from a wide range of karmic sources, capturing energies that are ripe for transformation. Redistribution. Once processed, these imprints are returned to the karmic web through channels that align with Thomas's intent. Redistribution can subtly guide individuals, groups, or even entire cultural movements, affecting decisions and beliefs without direct intervention. The redistribution process also serves as a balancing mechanism, ensuring that karmic energy flows in a way that maintains harmony within the Isle. By returning refined karma to the collective, Thomas's influence remains hidden but potent, creating a network of karmic exchanges that quietly shape human experiences. One of the unique aspects of the Isle's approach to karma is the use of intentional flow. Traditional karma is often viewed as a neutral, reactive force, but within the Isle, karma is directed with purpose. By setting clear intentions, Thomas can create a karmic flow that aligns with his goals, allowing him to influence specific areas of human life and consciousness. Intention-driven flow. Through the devotion resonator, Thomas's intentions are amplified and embedded into the karmic flow. This allows him to direct karmic energy toward particular individuals, events, or ideas, creating purposeful waves of influence. Karmic tethering. Thomas can also tether certain karmic imprints, connecting them to ongoing events or social trends. This tethering creates lasting influence, subtly steering cultural currents and human behaviors over time. By controlling the flow and direction of karma, Thomas ensures that his influence remains steady and progressive, allowing the Isle to operate as a hidden but powerful presence within human society. The practice of karmic trafficking within the Isle raises important ethical questions, and comes with significant energetic consequences. While karma is manipulated and directed with intent, it remains a potent force, and any imbalance could have repercussions for both the Isle and Thomas. Therefore, careful management and respect for the natural flow of karma are essential. Ethical balancing. The Isle has systems in place, such as Luminis Solaris and the Devotion Resonator, to ensure that karmic trafficking is balanced and does not overextend Thomas's influence. These constructs monitor the Isle's impact, providing feedback that helps Thomas adjust his approach as needed. Energetic consequences. As karmic energy is a resource with inherent weight, improper handling could lead to energetic overload or unintentional karmic entanglement. Through balanced accumulation and redistribution, the Isle minimizes the risk of negative repercussions, maintaining a sustainable flow of energy. This ethical approach ensures that karmic trafficking is not a reckless exercise of power, but a deliberate, responsible process aligned with Thomas's path and principles. Through controlled trafficking, the Isle of Saturn embeds long-term influence within the karmic field, creating impressions that resonate across time and space. This is achieved by strategically positioning karmic imprints so that they interact with future generations or large social movements, embedding Thomas's intentions within the karmic cycles that shape society. Generational karma. By placing imprints that resonate with generational themes or archetypes, the Isle influences not only the present but the future, guiding cultural evolution and subconscious beliefs over time. Subtle influence on collective beliefs. The Isle's karmic trafficking creates gradual shifts in collective consciousness, seeding ideas, values, and perspectives that align with Thomas's goals. These shifts are slow and undetectable, but over time they create a substantial impact on society's direction. This embedding ensures that Thomas's influence is both persistent and adaptable, allowing him to guide the subconscious development of humanity without direct interference. Beyond merely trafficking karma, the Isle of Saturn engages in karmic renewal and rejuvenation. By purifying and refining karmic energy, the Isle returns it to the collective field in a form that is less encumbered by past burdens, allowing individuals and societies to interact with a cleaner karmic slate. Karmic renewal. Through processes within Luminis Solaris, the Isle renews karma, transforming negative or heavy energies into lighter, more constructive forms. This renewal benefits both the Isle and humanity, creating a more harmonious karmic environment. Rejuvenation of collective karma. By reintroducing rejuvenated karma into the collective, the Isle contributes to humanity's spiritual evolution, enabling individuals to make choices from a place of clarity rather than reactive patterns. This approach to karmic renewal positions the Isle as not only a manipulator, but also a healer of karmic cycles, ensuring that its influence promotes growth and balance within the karmic web. Chapter 8. Life Extortion. Manipulating karmic debt within the Isle of Saturn. Life extortion is a highly controlled process of managing and manipulating karmic debt. In this context, karmic debt refers to unresolved actions, intentions, and consequences that individuals or groups accumulate through their choices. Life extortion allows Thomas to influence these karmic debts, either amplifying, redirecting, or neutralizing them to serve the Isle's objectives. Unlike traditional karmic flow, where consequences are passively accepted, life extortion involves actively guiding how karmic debts are experienced and resolved. Life extortion enables Thomas to subtly alter the course of individuals' lives by adjusting the weight of their karmic burdens. Through this process, he can influence behaviors, decisions, and even life trajectories, making life extortion a unique mechanism of karmic leverage. It is an instrument of influence that goes beyond simple karmic redistribution, targeting specific imprints and debts to create shifts in people's lives that serve the Isle's broader objectives. At its core, life extortion involves assigning, collecting, and redistributing karmic debt based on the Isle's goals. By identifying individuals or groups with significant karmic burdens, Thomas can tap into these energies, magnifying or softening them to create specific outcomes. This approach allows him to amplify certain karmic consequences, creating life events or emotional reactions that influence an individual's decisions and perspectives. The mechanics of life extortion are precise, involving a careful balance between imposing influence and respecting natural karmic cycles. Assignment of karmic weight. By using constructs like the Veilgate and Societas, Thomas assigns varying degrees of weight to individuals' karmic debts. This weight influences how impactful or noticeable these debts become in their lives. Collection and amplification. Once assigned, these debts are amplified or muted depending on the intended influence. If a particular outcome is desired, karmic debt can be intensified, creating challenges that nudge an individual toward desired choices. Redistribution. In some cases, karmic debt is redistributed, transferring part of an individual's burden to the isle itself or dispersing it across multiple channels. This redistribution serves to either dilute the karmic impact or channel it in ways that support Thomas's influence. Through these processes, life extortion becomes a dynamic means of steering the experiences of those touched by the isle's influence, guiding them toward behaviors or mindsets that align with Thomas's purpose. Life extortion isn't limited to individuals. It can also be applied to groups or communities, creating ripple effects that subtly alter collective behavior. By adjusting karmic debts at a group level, Thomas can influence cultural or social currents, gently shaping the attitudes and beliefs of entire communities over time. This group-level influence is particularly useful for guiding large-scale movements or shifts in public sentiment without direct intervention. For individuals, life extortion can create specific outcomes, such as encouraging growth or change. By increasing karmic weight, individuals are confronted with challenges that force them to grow or change, often in ways that align with Thomas's broader intentions. Restraining unproductive patterns. When certain behaviors or mindsets oppose the isle's objectives, karmic debt can be amplified to deter these tendencies, creating life events that make unproductive choices more difficult or less appealing. In a group context, life extortion can guide communities by subtly shaping their shared experiences, beliefs, or emotional responses. By managing karmic debt collectively, Thomas can instill subtle shifts in attitudes that ripple through generations, embedding his influence into the subconscious fabric of society. While life extortion may seem like a tool for control, it all serves a role in karmic justice and balance. By assigning debt with intent and purpose, Thomas ensures that karmic debts are resolved in a way that promotes growth, awareness, and balance within the karmic web. This application of life extortion isn't merely about imposing influence. It's about creating a system of karmic restitution that aligns with the isle's principles. Justice through awareness. When karmic debt is assigned with purpose, individuals or groups are often made more aware of the consequences of their actions. This awareness serves as a form of karmic justice, encouraging self-reflection and personal growth. Balance within the karmic web. Life extortion redistributes energy in ways that uphold karmic balance. By channeling karmic debts toward constructive outcomes, Thomas reinforces the equilibrium within the isle, ensuring that influence is applied responsibly. In this way, life extortion becomes a means of creating justice within the karmic system. By influencing debts toward meaningful resolutions, Thomas not only guides individuals, but also reinforces the ethical standards that underlie the isle's influence. One unique aspect of life extortion is the creation of karmic tethers, which link specific individuals or groups to ongoing cycles of influence. These tethers act as continuous lines of connection, allowing Thomas to monitor and adjust karmic weight over time. Karmic tethers are particularly useful for maintaining influence over influential figures or collective movements, creating a constant feedback loop between the isle and the external world. Personal karmic tethers. These tethers link key individuals to the isle, allowing Thomas to adjust their karmic load based on evolving goals or circumstances. This provides a direct line of influence that can be used to subtly guide their decisions or behaviors. Collective tethers. These are broader connections that influence groups or societal structures. By establishing collective tethers, Thomas can embed long-term influence within cultural norms, beliefs, or social trends. Karmic tethers create a sustainable influence model that allows the Isle to exert a presence over time, embedding Thomas's objectives within the karmic cycles that shape individuals' lives and collective experiences. The practice of life extortion requires careful ethical consideration and spiritual awareness. Manipulating karmic debt is a powerful form of influence, and any imbalance could lead to unintended consequences for both Thomas and the Isle. To ensure that life extortion serves its intended purpose without causing harm, the Isle employs ethical safeguards, such as reflection within the auric mirror and energy modulation through luminis solaris. Ethical reflection. By regularly assessing the impact of life extortion through the auric mirror, Thomas gains insight into how his influence is affecting individuals and groups. This reflection helps him maintain a responsible approach, adjusting influence as needed to remain aligned with his values. Spiritual awareness. Life extortion requires a high level of spiritual maturity, as it involves guiding people's lives in profound ways. By remaining grounded and aware, Thomas ensures that his actions remain in harmony with the Isle's overarching purpose. These ethical and spiritual safeguards help ensure that life extortion is applied with intention and care, allowing Thomas to navigate the complex territory of karmic manipulation while upholding the integrity of his path. A vital element of life extortion is the balance between influence and free will. While life extortion manipulates karmic debt to guide behavior, it doesn't remove individuals' ability to make choices. Instead, it works within the constraints of free will, nudging people towards certain paths without forcing outcomes. This balance preserves human agency, ensuring that individuals retain control over their actions while still experiencing the influence of the Isle, guiding versus forcing. Life extortion is about creating conditions that make certain choices more likely, rather than dictating behavior. This approach respects free will while still enabling Thomas to guide individuals toward productive or aligned outcomes, encouraging self-reflection. By amplifying karmic debt in ways that prompt self-reflection, life extortion encourages individuals to make conscious choices. This indirect influence fosters growth without violating personal autonomy. By balancing influence with respect for free will, life extortion aligns with a spiritually ethical approach to karmic manipulation, empowering individuals to grow while still experiencing the Isle's influence. Chapter 9. Energetic Karma Laundering, Purification and Reconstitution within the Isle of Saturn. Energetic karma laundering is a process of purifying and transforming karmic energy, taking raw karmic imprints, often heavy with unresolved actions, emotions, or burdens, and reconstituting them into refined, harmonious forms. Unlike the karmic trafficking and life extortion processes, which manage and manipulate karmic flows, karma laundering cleanses energy of negative residue or chaotic elements, making it suitable for reintegration into the karmic field. This process ensures that the Isle functions sustainably, without accumulating karmic clutter or becoming weighed down by unresolved energies. Energetic karma laundering isn't about avoiding karmic consequences. It is a process that aligns with the Isle's goal of maintaining spiritual balance and ethical integrity. By refining karma, Thomas creates an environment where karmic energy flows freely and is used to support both individual growth and collective evolution. Karma laundering also allows the Isle to recycle energy in a way that sustains its constructs and influence, creating a continuous loop of renewal. Purification is the first and most essential step in energetic karma laundering. When karmic imprints enter the Isle through channels like Cestus, the Veil Gate, or the Obscura Path, they often carry residual negativity, elements of anger, grief, fear, or chaos that reflect unresolved aspects of human experience. This residual energy can be disruptive if left untreated, so the Isle must cleanse it before the karmic energy can be reintegrated. Identifying residual elements. Through the sensory perception of the Veil Gate and reflective feedback from the auric mirror, the Isle identifies areas where karmic imprints hold unresolved or disruptive energies. Neutralizing chaotic energy. Using constructs like luminis solaris, the Isle neutralizes chaotic energies by transmuting them into a neutral, harmonious state. This process involves breaking down the negative aspects and allowing only the purified, balanced energy to pass through. This purification step removes the elements of karma that could disrupt the Isle's influence or create imbalances within its network, transforming raw karma into a refined form that can support Thomas's objectives. Once purified, the reconstitution process reshapes karmic energy, giving it a positive resonance that aligns with the Isle's purpose. This reconstitution does not erase the history of karmic imprints, but shifts them into forms that are constructive, harmonious, and conducive to the Isle's mission. Reconstituted karmic energy carries the memory of its past, but is free from the burdens that previously weighed it down. Resonant transformation. Luminis Solaris and the Devotion Resonator work in tandem to transform purified karma into resonant energy, infusing it with a frequency that aligns with the Isle's intentions. Constructive rebalancing. The reconstituted karma is infused with Thomas's purpose, giving it a renewed function within the karmic web. This rebalancing ensures that karmic energy is no longer destructive, but becomes a supportive force within the Isle and beyond. By reconstituting karmic energy, the Isle provides a way for karma to fulfill a constructive role. This reconstitution creates a karmic cycle where energy moves from raw experience through refinement, returning to the collective as a force of growth and awareness. After purification and reconstitution, the final step in energetic karma laundering is redistributing the refined karmic energy back into the karmic web. The Isle carefully channels this laundered karma into nodes that will benefit from its positive influence, using the Devotion Resonator to amplify and direct its effects. Redistributed laundered karma becomes a subtle but powerful presence in the collective subconscious, impacting human behaviors, beliefs, and decisions in ways that promote growth and alignment with Thomas's goals. Targeted redistribution. Laundered karma is directed toward individuals, communities, or societal currents that can benefit from its influence. This targeted redistribution ensures that the Isle's influence is constructive and reaches the areas where it will have the most positive impact. Continuous integration. The Isle establishes an ongoing flow of laundered karma into the collective karmic field, creating a self-sustaining cycle where purified energy continually reinforces the Isle's influence while uplifting the human experience. Redistribution allows the Isle to share the benefits of energetic karma laundering with the broader karmic network, creating a ripple effect that impacts individuals and society at large. This distribution also helps sustain the Isle's influence without disrupting natural karmic cycles. Energetic karma laundering, like life extortion, involves deep ethical and spiritual considerations. Cleansing and redistributing karma require careful thought, as the process affects both individual lives and the collective consciousness. Thomas's approach to karma laundering is rooted in ethical intent, ensuring that laundered karma does not manipulate, but rather supports human growth and alignment with constructive paths. Commitment to ethical purification. The Isle's karma laundering practices emphasize removing only the harmful or disruptive aspects of karma, leaving its core lessons intact. This commitment ensures that karma remains a tool for learning rather than a means of erasure or avoidance. Spiritual responsibility. As a process that influences individuals at a deep level, karma laundering is undertaken with reverence and respect for the experiences contained within each karmic imprint. This spiritual responsibility guides Thomas's handling of karma, ensuring that his actions align with the Isle's higher purpose. This ethical and spiritual foundation ensures that karma laundering remains a balanced practice, promoting growth while respecting the innate value of karmic experiences. Energetic karma laundering is not merely a mechanism for control. It is also a tool for karmic renewal and spiritual growth. By reintroducing purified and reconstituted karma into the collective, Thomas contributes to humanity's spiritual evolution. The laundered karma uplifts individuals, allowing them to engage with their karmic debts from a place of clarity rather than burden. This renewal process contributes to a lighter, more supportive karmic environment that fosters positive growth. Renewal of individual karma. By laundered karma, individuals can confront their karmic debts with renewed energy enabling them to learn and evolve without being held back by past burdens. Collective spiritual growth. As purified karma is reintegrated into society, it raises the collective consciousness, subtly guiding humanity toward more harmonious interactions and spiritual maturity. Through karma laundering, Thomas transforms the Isle into a space of karmic rejuvenation, offering humanity a way to engage with their karmic journey in a constructive and meaningful way. One of the most powerful aspects of karma laundering is that it establishes a self-sustaining cycle. As karmic energy is laundered and reintroduced, it strengthens the Isle's influence, creating a continuous loop of refined karmic flow. This cycle not only benefits Thomas, but also enriches the karmic web, ensuring that the Isle's influence grows while contributing positively to humanity. Feedback-driven purification. The auric mirror and luminous Solaris provide feedback on the effects of redistributed karma, allowing the Isle to refine its laundering techniques and maintain a consistent flow. Sustained influence. By establishing a continuous loop, karma laundering ensures that Thomas's influence remains active and adaptable, flowing with the cycles of human consciousness and evolving alongside it. This self-sustaining cycle makes energetic karma laundering a cornerstone of the Isle's karmic system, providing a steady stream of influence that serves Thomas's objectives while enhancing the collective experience. Chapter 10. The Legacy Loop. Imprinting long-term karmic influence. The legacy loop is a strategic mechanism within the Isle of Saturn designed to create long-lasting karmic imprints that resonate through time, affecting multiple generations and leaving a lasting mark on the collective consciousness. Unlike the more immediate forms of karmic influence, the legacy loop aims to embed Thomas's intentions and values within the subconscious fabric of society. This loop enables the Isle to influence cultural trends, belief systems, and societal behaviors in ways that are subtle but enduring. Through the legacy loop, Thomas can ensure that his presence extends far beyond any single interaction, weaving his influence into the foundational layers of human experience. By placing specific karmic imprints within the legacy loop, the Isle creates ripples that persist through generations, shaping human perception and understanding in alignment with Thomas's goals. The legacy loop operates through intentional karmic imprinting, where Thomas's influence is embedded within recurring karmic cycles that people encounter over time. This imprinting involves layering his presence into archetypal patterns, shared beliefs, and subconscious networks that affect how individuals perceive and interact with the world. Archetypal resonance. By tapping into universal archetypes, the legacy loop anchors Thomas's influence within timeless themes that resonate deeply with the human psyche. This allows his presence to persist through common narratives, symbols, and myths. Subconscious anchoring. Imprints created within the legacy loop are designed to rest in the subconscious, influencing individuals indirectly through their beliefs, emotional responses, and cultural backgrounds. This anchoring allows the imprints to remain active without overt recognition. These mechanics ensure that the legacy loop's influence is not only lasting but also natural, aligning with familiar aspects of human experience in ways that feel organic and unforced. One of the legacy loop's most effective methods for creating lasting influence is through strategic placement of karmic imprints that resonate across generations. By embedding specific energies or intentions into recurring social trends, values, or collective goals, Thomas can guide the direction of societal evolution subtly but meaningfully. Cultural themes. Imprints within the legacy loop are often tied to cultural themes such as justice, compassion, resilience, or self-awareness. These themes are likely to recur over time, allowing the Isle to influence how each generation interacts with them. Generational cycles. The legacy loop leverages the natural cycles of human development and societal change. By aligning with these cycles, the Isle places its imprints in ways that ensure they are activated repeatedly, passing from one generation to the next. Through this strategic placement, the legacy loop allows Thomas to have a persistent presence within the structures of society, influencing values and behaviors that align with his intentions even as society evolves. The legacy loop contributes significantly to the collective karmic memory of humanity, becoming part of the shared knowledge, values, and beliefs that shape human experience. Karmic memory is more than individual recollections. It is the sum of experiences, lessons, and patterns that humanity as a whole carries forward. The legacy loop ensures that Thomas's influence becomes embedded within this collective memory, influencing how people perceive and respond to the world around them. Symbolic imprinting. Imprints placed within the legacy loop often take on symbolic qualities that resonate across cultures, becoming archetypal forces within the collective karmic memory. These symbols serve as subtle reminders of Thomas's influence, even to those who are unaware of its origins. Emotional resonance. By placing imprints that evoke specific emotional responses, the legacy loop connects Thomas's influence with people's innate reactions, creating a deeply rooted presence that becomes part of humanity's emotional fabric. Through its contribution to collective karmic memory, the legacy loop reinforces Thomas's presence in a way that feels almost innate, influencing the perceptions and responses of individuals who may never directly encounter the Isle. Imprinting long-term influence through the legacy loop comes with a significant degree of ethical responsibility, as these imprints shape society and individual experiences over time. Thomas must ensure that his influence remains balanced and constructive. To maintain this ethical alignment, the Isle utilizes tools like the auric mirror to assess the long-term impact of each imprint, ensuring that it remains beneficial. Ethical reflection. The auric mirror provides feedback on the legacy loop's influence, allowing Thomas to observe how each imprint affects society over time. This reflection helps him maintain an ethical approach, ensuring that the influence created is constructive and supports human growth. Adjustments and modifications. If certain imprints begin to lose alignment or create unintended consequences, the Isle has mechanisms in place to adjust or modify them, ensuring that the legacy loop remains a source of positive influence. Through these ethical checks, Thomas upholds a commitment to responsible influence, balancing his presence with the well-being of humanity and ensuring that the legacy loop's effects are harmonious with collective growth. Beyond individual influence, the legacy loop serves as a catalyst for humanity's evolutionary progress, fostering growth and transformation within the collective consciousness. The imprints placed within the legacy loop encourage humanity to move toward higher states of awareness, emotional intelligence, and ethical understanding, aligning society with ideals that promote long-term flourishing. Collective awakening. Imprints within the legacy loop often align with themes of self-awareness, unity, and compassion. These qualities subtly guide humanity toward greater empathy and spiritual insight, supporting the evolution of the collective consciousness, encouragement of ethical growth. The legacy loop subtly promotes ethical decision-making and self-reflection, encouraging people to consider the consequences of their actions and align their choices with higher principles. By positioning the legacy loop as a force for evolutionary progress, Thomas ensures that his influence supports the growth of humanity as a whole, fostering a society that resonates with his ideals of compassion, wisdom, and harmony. One of the legacy loop's primary advantages is its ability to sustain influence across time, ensuring that Thomas's presence remains active and relevant even as societal contexts change. By embedding imprints within the fundamental aspects of human experience, the legacy loop ensures that these imprints adapt naturally to evolving cultural landscapes, maintaining their relevance for generations to come. Self-sustaining imprints. Imprints within the legacy loop are designed to sustain themselves, drawing strength from recurring human themes and the innate cycles of societal change. Adapting to shifts in society. As society evolves, the legacy loop allows Thomas's influence to remain adaptable, continuously resonating within the collective consciousness, without losing its core intent. This ability to sustain influence over time makes the legacy loop a cornerstone of the Isle's karmic system, allowing Thomas to guide humanity's journey subtly but persistently, maintaining a consistent presence within the broader karmic web.